So what is one thing you're mad at Disney for?
I just feel like they are sacrificing quality of story for agenda. And that's really annoying.
Inclusivity.
And I love the inclusivity.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, did I say that wrong?
Inclusivity?
Inclusivity.
You said it right. I love it, but I think it doesn't need to be a sacrifice thing. Like, you can have both good story as well as including all different cultures and everything.
You know, I just feel like it's really forced nowadays to like have like different, like Snow White. I mean, the whole premise of it was like her skin was white as snow, and now they have this Latina, which I love. I mean, I can't.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be real. I saw this thing the other day where it was like, this is the queen that's supposed to be jealous of this beauty, and it was like Gal Gadot and the actress that I'm like, yeah, is Gal really? She's like one of the most beautiful actresses out there that everyone loves since Wonder Woman, and I'm like, this isn't.
No. I'm like, Gal, don't even.
Don't be jealous of nothing.
Yeah, you are totally fine.
Yeah. And
That man.
and I think that's a huge thing, is that they're definitely losing their magic in everything. Yeah. Their movies, there's like the movie quality, the story, like script, the parks have definitely lost their magic because things are like more expensive, mediocre. The new things that they're doing are mediocre, and I can't speak for like Tron and the new Guardians of the Galaxy and Disney World, but like Avengers Campus, Galaxy's Edge is starting to die down, which I think is like it had its hype for a while, but now I think I don't know, there's just, and then the food quality has plummeted.
Okay, honestly, the food quality has always been cheap to me. I was like, this is expensive, but tastes really cheap.
Oh, it's because you haven't been to Disneyland.
Oh.
Because
I will say Disneyland's food is a lot better than Disney World.
Okay.
Used to be.
That was my first thing when I went to Disney World, and I was like, I feel like every place is just burgers and fries pretty much, and then everything else you have to have a reservation for.
Yeah.
And Disneyland has a lot more options, and like I got excited for the food, just as like the restaurants. I would crave them when I wasn't there, and yeah, it's gone downhill, sadly.
That's the only thing I agree with that makes Disneyland. The only thing that's greater than Disney World about Disneyland is the food. I think all in all, sorry, I keep cutting you off. I think all in all, it's just like Walt Disney created this great thing, and now it's just like, it's not even what Disney is. It's just going complete opposite. And I think, I don't know, you can correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like Bob Iger did a lot of great things and set Disney up for some great things. He didn't do like some things that he did, I'm like, oh, that's weird. But then when he left, the new CEO, what was his name?
Bob Chapek.
Just destroyed it all. And now they brought Bob Iger back, and he's trying, but I don't know what he can do.
Besides sell things.
Sell Disney?
No.
That's the newest rumor is, or like I've heard it on 3 different things now, there's rumor of it being sold to Apple. And if they did,
Apple?
Oh my god.
Out of all people, Apple?
This would the stock prices, it's funny you guys say this because we were watching TikTok last night, and they're like, if there's any time to buy Disney stock, it would be right before an announcement of like Apple buying them, because just an announcement would skyrocket the stock price, which it's been in the like low 200s before. I bought Disney stock a while ago, years ago, and I sold it before all of this, so I'm glad. But I bought it at like 100 and I think 30-ish, and sold it around 180-ish.
Wow.
But now it's at 83.
Yeah,
$83?
$83. That's why it's so low.
It's so low. It went from like 203 to 80 something.
Well, speaking of food, going back into that route, we all love food. So let's talk about Utah food today. So before we get started, welcome to the two hot takes. I was gonna say.
Oh,
shout out!
Plugging your favorite
Sponsor
podcast.
us.
That's my favorite podcast. Shout out to Morgan Asher. Okay. Welcome to the Fake Bitzes podcast. I'm obviously fake because I can't even get our name right. I'm Blakely.
I'm Nane.
I'm Cooper.
I'm Sean.
And like I said, we're talking about food today, which is probably one of our favorites. I feel like we have two exclusive foodies here.
Yeah, I would consider all of us foodies, but yeah, for sure.
I would say that.
I identify as a foodie.
The reason that I say these two is because this one is like, aren't you like elite on Yelp or something?
I don't even know what that means, really. It just means that I have reviewed a lot.
Yeah. But Sean,
A lot.
literally, like, anything, he puts me on anything, and it's all good. Like, any kind of food, any kind of mixture, and I'm just like, where did you find this? Sean has a gift. Manifest.
It is. That was one of the first things when I met Sean. He was like, oh, you gotta try this. You gotta try this. Because I had just moved to Utah, like, maybe, like, 6 months by the time I had met you. You're like, you gotta try this. You gotta try this. I'm excited to try this with you. And I was like, okay, I'm down. I love people that love trying new things, so...
Me too.
But I thought it'd be fun if we shared our top favorite places. And so, None, I wanted to start with you. Specifically to Utah. So we're just talking about Utah. None and our transplants
Yeah.
to Utah from Florida and Georgia. So, None, you have the floor.
Okay, so, I mean, I'm the kind of person where I can eat the same thing, like, every day if I like it. And, like, I don't trust much places unless I've tried it and then I've liked it. So these are the places that I go to the most while I'm out here. One of them is called... Well, I can't even lie. Cooper kind of ruined it for me. It's kind of... Yeah, sorry. Because, okay, it's called Umami's. And then, so, like, I was just like, oh my gosh, Cooper, Sean, you guys have to try this place. It's so good. And then, like, we ate there, and then, like, after we ate there, Cooper was like, I think I like this other place better because of the meat quality. And then I was like, yeah, the meat quality here kind of sucks. I was like, fucking hell, Cooper. Anyways, I still put it on my list because I have great memories there. So, yeah.
Haven't been since.
Yeah.
So why do you like umami?
Why did you? Just kidding.
Yeah, because the meat quality was great. Yeah, but it was the first time I've ever had like Japanese barbecue, which is similar to Korean barbecue. But it was just like a buffet of raw meat, which sounds gross, but it's actually really good. And you just go pick up your meat and then you just cook it at your table. And I like that. And then I like the rice, but after Cooper said it, like, honestly, I went there again, and it just wasn't hitting. It just wasn't hitting.
I wish I could say I wasn't proud, but I'm really proud. Because you're talking about how Sean always sways you, and I'm like, great. Now I have an influence. And I'm going to put in the restaurant that I think is superior, and it's Yummy's. Yummy's.
Oh, who showed you guys that place?
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm sure we'll have more to say about that, but that's the one that I feel like their meat is pretty good quality.
Yeah, and like then I went back to Yummy's and I was like, I do like it better. Shit. Like, so
You did?
Yeah, I
Oh
like
my
it way better
gosh.
because I feel like they have
Confirmed.
more and their sushi is better. The meat quality, I definitely tasted a difference from Yummy's to Umami's. But Yummy's is Korean and Umami's is Japanese. So, and plus I like Yummy's more because they play K-pop there.
Hey, keep it up.
But yeah, Yummy's way better. Fuck Umami's. I don't even know why I brought it up. I'm just gonna...
None, they're one of my clients, so be careful. I'm just kidding.
I love Umami's. It's so good. It's so good if you go without Cooper. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, it really
Just
does.
kidding. Just kidding. I still like Umami's a lot.
Fake bits.
Mm-hmm.
And what's your next
Yeah,
place?
what up?
Oh, sorry. The next one that I have is another Korean barbecue place, and like after I like put two, I was like, oh my gosh, I need to like think of other things than Korean barbecue places. But it's called Ombu Grill, and I feel like they have more than Yummy's, but I do prefer Yummy's over Ombu.
Okay, here we go. I'm so glad that we're bringing this up. I was going to wait until mine, but since you already brought it up. Might as well. I put Yummies and Ombu on mine because great. I think Yummies has awesome meat. Incredible, really good meat most of the time. Mm-hmm. They have some off days, just like we all do. But the sides at Ombu are way better. Not way better. I think you have more of a variety to choose from. Where Yummies, you're very limited. Ombu, it's like, yeah, you can have fried rice, you can have pot stickers, you can have like kimchi, you can have kimchi fried rice, like
udon noodles. That's
like,
what sold me.
Yeah,
I was like, what?
So like so much variety for sides.
And you'd think with a place that's all you can eat for a lot of their menu, you'd think that they would have more sides because, that fills people up on the less expensive stuff. And I totally agree. I think Yummies needs to have more sides.
I think y'all are perfect Yummies. just how you are. No,
Yummies is great.
I definitely can see that with the sides thing. I'm like, yeah, they don't have as much as like some of the other Korean barbecue places I go. But I think why I'm more of the meat person, not the side person, and I'm just good with my freaking radish or cucumber kimchi and meat, and I don't need anything else. So I can see that being like that would be refreshing to have some more options there. But
there was that place in Florida that you took us to with the rangoons.
Oh my god, Ichiban. Ichiban!
Dude, those rangoons, I had, I think, 20 of them. They were so good.
I used to put them in my lettuce wraps.
Ooh.
Yeah, like meat, potato salad. Like I just went down to like buffet, just like
one of everything.
Yeah, one of everything, and then a crab rangoon on top of it.
Okay, so crab rangoons or cream cheese? What do you prefer?
So are you just saying the kind without crab?
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like every crab rangoon I had is the cream cheese one.
Yeah, so they either have crab and cream cheese or just cream cheese if they're cheaping out. And I always want the crab and cream cheese.
I ordered crab rangoons from like a place and I just got cream cheese ones. I was so sad.
I can't tell the difference. I did not know. Like I didn't know.
It's all wrapped in lettuce.
Right.
Potato salad.
Balance the lettuce and water.
Potato salad.
Zero.
And rice. Carbs on carbs on carbs. The next thing that I put is the Pie, which is in Salt Lake City. Have y'all ever been to the Pie? It literally has the best pizza I've ever eaten. And I've eaten pizza in New York. And New York pizza is so overrated.
Overrated.
Yeah, it's like Disney food. Yeah. Overrated. Yeah, but New York pizza, the Pie pizza in Salt Lake City, it like tasted well. And like we got one that had like, it was like a salad, like a balsamic salad on a pizza.
Ooh, that sounds good.
And I liked it. Yeah. I was really surprised. Yeah, the Pie's great.
That's a good one to bring up because that's like a staple for like Salt Lake City. That is, the Pie is famous. And I haven't been since high school actually, but yeah, people go all the time. And the one by the University of Utah, I think, was the original. And it's always like packed with people.
Mm-hmm. It gives that like underground vibes. Mm-hmm. Where there was like someone like sniffing coke. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, okay, so you see it.
That's the charm.
Yeah, that's what sold me.
I knew it.
I was looking in the corners. Pizza. Yeah, mm-hmm.
Oh, you think it's trash pizza?
Yes, I don't like the Pie. Oh my gosh.
Not me over here.
I was so confused. So do you like it?
I love it.
He does not.
No.
And he said, it's trash. And you're like, yeah.
Right. Fake bits.
Fake bits.
Fake Bitzes. Yeah, the Pie, I think it's great. There also is, I am like a buffet kind of person, so I have like four, including the two I just named, that are buffets. But the next one that I'm naming is like Rodizio Brazilian
Brazilian
Grill. And they just have a lot of options. And I just love that the meats come out. It's fancy.
Yeah, it definitely is fancy.
It's expensive. And honestly, all the places that I've named are pretty expensive. For me.
Ooh, she's got high taste.
Yeah.
Top.
Yeah. High taste that my wallet can't match. There's also... Leatherby's that I've tried since I've been out here. And I've only had one thing from their restaurant, which is their chicken tenders and fries. And I was getting it because I wanted to try their fry sauce. And it was great. Like, their fry sauces taste like tartar sauce.
Which is funny because they're famous for their, like, ice cream and shakes and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And the one time that I've been there, I didn't get ice cream or shakes. I got their fish and chips.
Oh, period.
Yeah. So it's all right. I wouldn't be like, oh my gosh, you have to go for their fish and chips.
I think their chicken tenders are definitely some of the best that I've ever tasted. Like, from a fast food place. Is it fast food?
Quick service-ish.
Yeah, quick service. But I specifically went for their fry sauce. And, like, their chicken tenders and their fries was pretty good. It matched their fry sauce. The last place I'm going to talk about, it's not really, but they have like a lot of Polynesian places out here, like where you can eat like Polynesian food, which I do enjoy. But this one that I'm naming that I've just never heard of, but it is like has katsu, chicken, and rice is Mabetta's. There are better places in my opinion than Mabetta's, but it's the only one that like I go to the most because it's convenient. So, and they have like katsu chicken, rice, macaroni salad. So
I'm just gonna let you know it's Mabetta's.
Fake bitch.
Very on brand.
Right.
I think we were all like, who's gonna tell him?
I'm like, let me tell you on the podcast, but so then you don't have to be embarrassed. Just kidding.
Should have let
It's
me
not
know.
embarrassing. You're
go-
true fake bits.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. I interrupted you. When I go to Mabetta's, I get the teriyaki chicken and the shrimp tempura.
Those are.
Which used to be extra for the shrimp tempura, but now they've made it part of the menu. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it can be one of your meats.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Is Mabetta's, like, did you go to Mabetta's before you lived in Utah?
No, it's a Utah thing.
It's a Utah thing. Mm-hmm. Okay.
As far as I know. Maybe not Utah strict, but, like, it's not where I grew up.
It's not where I grew up either.
Gotcha.
So, but it's different.
I'm trying to remember if it is from Hawaii or if it was here.
L&L is Hawaii.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't even care for Mabetta's if I hadn't have lived in Hawaii and loved L&L so much.
You tried L&L's here?
Yeah.
It's not the same as what I hear.
It's not the same at all. It's bad. I was like religiously once a week I went to L&L and got a specific meal. I loved it.
And I judged her.
Yeah.
I didn't judge you, but I was just like, really?
No.
This is where we're going?
He did.
What?
Oh, sorry. What did you order?
At L&L?
Yeah.
Just the barbecue chicken.
Mm-hmm.
And then I eat it in a I'm very specific with my food. Like, the way that I eat it. So I would eat all the chicken first. And I still do this at Mabetta's. But I eat all the chicken first. And then I got, like, a little cup of... It's called shoyu in Hawaii, which is soy sauce. But it's, like, a sweeter soy sauce. And I would dump it on my cabbage, my macaroni salad, and my rice, and then I'd mix it all together, and then I'd eat that. And it's so good.
That sounds so good. Because I used to do that too with like regular like Chinese takeout. And I called it the garbage bowl. But it was like shrimp fried rice mixed with white rice because healthy. And then I would put like General Tso chicken in there and then like spill in a little bit of the juice and then mix it up.
Oh yeah,
bussin'.
It's good.
Or the katsu sauce.
I don't. It's too thick for me. It's
on the rice and mac salad mix. That's what I used to do when I used to eat those things.
So
it's healthy.
Okay.
I actually stray from katsu chicken.
Why?
I stray. I can't.
And
it's
like
too
Hawaiian
much
barbecue,
for me.
that's what I like.
Katsu? Mm-hmm. They have katsu at Yummy.
Oh my gosh,
and
yeah.
it's good.
So like last time I went, I ordered the katsu and the garlic chicken. I'm like, I've tasted this before. And then I remember we did a mukbang about it. So hungry. On Sean's YouTube channel, Sean Satake.
Oh yeah. Speaking of food, mukbangs on my YouTube channel.
Loves it.
Well, those are awesome, None.
Yeah.
Good choices.
Any
Oh,
other
look at my handwriting.
Good choices.
Is that all? Is that your list?
Yeah, well, I do have one more, but I didn't want to name another buffet.
Oh, go for
Okay.
it.
Go for it.
It was like Mr. Shabu, and the first time I went was with these people, and it was so good. They have like this creamy wasabi sauce.
Can I tell you? Mm-hmm. I didn't tell you guys this. I went the very next day with my family, and I was like, they were raving about the wasabi, and I don't like wasabi, and I was like, I'm just gonna take a little bit of this. That was life-changing. And
I'm so glad.
There was like another sauce, a sweet. It was like their sweet and sour or something, and I was like doing both together. Mm-hmm. Oh, it was so good. I'm hungry.
Okay, so if you don't know what shabu is, it's like hot pot, and you just like get raw meat, and then they have like this hot stew, and then you just dip your meat in there. But the first time we went, the creamy wasabi was the only thing that I loved. And then I went there again with my friend Alexis, or Beatrice, right?
Beatrice.
But she so this is her, she got a half spicy, half tonkatsu sauce, or soup, mixed it together, and then, added the creamy wasabi into it, and it tasted good.
I think that's...
You tried it?
Did. No, I think that's, similar to what I did.
Oh, really?
Highly encourage you to try the creamy wasabi.
Yeah, because I don't like wasabi. And
wait, y'all both didn't try it when we were there?
No.
Because when we were there, we were asking you, do you have to like wasabi to like it? And I feel like you guys said yes, and so I didn't even give it a try. Because I've been turned off from wasabi ever since they started putting it in chips. Like Funyuns, wasabi flavored.
Dude, I love wasabi.
I know.
I love it.
I think I told you guys the story, but it's because I thought I had a regular bag of Funyuns, and I bit into it, and it was wasabi, and so I've been turned off ever since.
Trauma.
Mm-hmm. That's
Sorry.
real trauma. Yeah, but shabu was really good. I would say the one thing I didn't like was the broth that I ordered. I think I need to find something like what Alexis did.
Yeah, because I started mixing my soups. The kalbi with the spicy. Tastes so good.
They let you mix it?
Yeah, you could do half of it, half. And then I like to put in onions and cilantro. I've been there 4 times already, so I know my shit.
Yeah.
Coke Zero. And then I get a rice, then all the extra, and then the meats. And I don't even know the difference between the meats, so I'm just can I just get a 4?
Oh, yeah.
7, 6?
It's also thinly shaved.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing I can tell is pork versus beef. That's it. All the different beef options, I'm give it all to me because it's good.
Can I get a 410-672?
Well, let me put this PSA out there. They're opening a new hot pot place under my apartment complex called Hot Pot Hero. So I feel like we have to try it to compare.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, are they going to put it right next to Yummy's?
No, it's actually right next to the pizza place. Well, my list, first thing that I put on there was Costa Vida. It's the first thing that came to my mind. I feel like that's strictly Utah. I don't know if I've ever seen it anywhere else.
I never thought about that. Is it in California?
I've never seen it anywhere else either.
The only other place that I've seen it is in Georgia, but it lasted a month and then it went out of business.
Oh.
So I love Costa Vida. I think it's 1,000 times better than Cafe Rio. Every time I get Cafe Rio, I get super sick.
I get disappointed. I just, especially their chicken at Cafe Rio. Chicken is really bad. And then other than that, I don't notice a huge difference, but their dressings that are the same, and I think Cafe Rio did it first, and Costa Vida. I've heard the story that it was husband and wife, and they ended up splitting, and the wife went and started Costa Vida. That's correct, yeah.
That's what I've heard. Yeah.
And
Utah rumors.
All the rumors are true.
With the food.
And by the way, it's Costa Vida.
Not to embarrass you guys.
Just kidding, I don't know.
Wow, Noni, thank you so much for correcting me.
Yeah, you don't like it, huh? No kidding. Just kidding.
Yeah, I was just going to say about the dressing that, Cafe Rio's is really thick, which I think some people like more, and Costa Vida's is more thin, which I think goes a longer way. So I like the Costa Vida.
I will say this about these. I loved them. I do think I go to Costa Vida more than Cafe Rio. And I always try to give Cafe Rio another chance. And it's, like Cooper said, always disappointing. And it's more disappointing because when it was a new thing, like even before Costa Vida existed, and it was just Cafe Rios, they were phenomenal. It was like fresh. I mean, they still do the fresh tortillas, but it was like, I don't know, everything felt more quality.
Yeah, I agree.
It's disappointing. So I'm on the Costa train too. And I love that place. So let me mark it off my list.
Yeah.
Honestly, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Honestly, why I'm on the Costa train is the chicken. I think, first of all, I'm too cheap to buy the steak. Sometimes I do, but that's like once, maybe a year. But the chicken at Cafe Rio is the shredded chicken, which gets really, really dry and gross. And then Costa Vida is the grilled chicken, and it's so good. So good.
And
Yeah.
I've even had the grilled chicken at Cafe Rio, and it wasn't good there either. So, Costa Vida's the way.
I just don't trust a lot of like Spanish food around Utah. It doesn't do it for me. Like, because in California, I like grew up getting a burrito out of a truck, and like that's all I trust. And it tastes good.
Just
like,
those truck burritos.
Truck burritos.
Those are the best ones.
Yeah.
Honestly.
But I would say that I do like Costa Vida, especially their tres leches, because just tastes great. But like a lot of the Spanish food around Utah that I've tasted so far, I just don't care for it. But like I could go places.
That's how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like since I've lived here, I haven't really found like this Mexican place that I really want to eat at. Which I have on my list. I guess my top Mexican like food place would be Maria Bonita's.
That's a great place.
I feel like that is as close as I can get to what I found from home.
And that wait, like especially on the weekends, there's a long wait for that place because it's a pretty small establishment, but it's definitely worth it. It's cute inside, and the Maria Bonita lady that's still working there and comes around like. I feel like she visits every table. She's not the waitress, but she comes by and makes it her appearance.
I don't know. I think she is.
The original?
I've never had my order taken by anybody
Oh, really?
else.
Yeah.
It's always her.
Oh, so she is the waitress.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But other people will bring the chips, will bring the drinks, will bring the. But
That's
as far as
true.
coming to take the actual order, it's her, and she's just like carrying the thing of menus on her hip because she's like this little Mexican lady, and she's
She's
like,
a big ass menu.
yeah, these are huge
Right.
menus, and she's just like,
Bruh, looks
what
like
are you
a
having?
dictionary.
And then you tell her, and she doesn't usually need to write anything down. And she's just like, okay.
She's a rock star.
Yeah.
She's adorable too.
And the food is bomb.
Yeah.
And the, oh my gosh, I can't remember what I get, but they're huge.
Flautas.
The flautas. Oh my god.
So good.
I feel like everything there is huge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the quesadillas.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
humongous.
portions.
You were smiling, Nune.
Oh my gosh, sorry. It just reminded me of this one time we went. It was me, Cooper, Sean, and two of our other friends and the waitress. Like,
Not me, I guess.
oh,
Yeah, you weren't invited on that one. Sorry.
but which I totally regret. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish Billy was there.
I don't care.
Okay. So, but like the waitress, I was like, could I get a refill? And she was like she like gave this attitude, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna ignore that. But then Cooper's like, am I the only one who caught that? And I was like, oh my gosh, me too, me freaking too. Yeah, it turns out she just doesn't speak English.
Yeah.
So.
And then we felt really bad because our
Yeah.
friend was like, I think she doesn't speak English very well, which
Right.
is why she's not taking the orders. She's just bringing the drinks.
Right, and we were, I guess our accents was just like, but yeah, I would just like, Coke. Yeah.
No, you were nice. You were really nice to her. And
Yeah, but she was like sweet once we like understood that
it was more of her
yeah.
like feeling uncomfortable that she was not hearing us right or understanding right.
I honestly thought she just didn't want to take my order. Like, I really thought. I was like, I knew I shouldn't have came tonight. Yeah, but everything was good.
And I think that's funny that you guys say that about Utah Mexican food because Sean and I eat a lot of Mexican food. I agree with you. Like, it's probably not as good as Florida and California and Texas. But that's something I want to talk about. Is we were just in California last week, and it felt like everywhere we tried to go was basically a Mexican fusion restaurant. It was like all Mexican food, which honestly I don't get sick of.
I don't get sick of Mexican food.
I don't either. I think it's one of the best things. If it's done right.
If it's done right.
Yes.
Not the bombastic side eye.
I mean, y'all can have your opinions.
My next one that I have, and I don't need you guys to come at me for this, is Chuckarama.
I love Chuckarama.
Make me want to twerk.
Cooper, do you have a problem?
I'm just gonna sit back. You guys, I'll let you take it.
So, anyways, y'all.
The reason that I like Chuckarama is it has a lot of like family memories for me, because when we come out and visit my grandparents that lived up in Salt Lake, that's where they would take all of us grandkids, and there's like a ton of us. But the thing that I love about Chuckarama, like food-wise, is their fried chicken. And I hate homemade mac and cheese. I think it is probably the most disgusting thing ever when someone makes it homemade. They have like the best box. I don't know what box that they use, like mac and cheese, but I think it is so good. And I will eat like plates and plates of it. I think that's like all I eat. Mac and cheese, fried chicken. And then there's scones with honey butter.
Oh,
Yes. Keep talking.
I'll
Keep
jump on that train
Yeah.
because I didn't grow up going to Chuckarama or like any buffet places really. That just was like either too expensive or my family was snobs. I don't know what it was. But when I went to Chuckarama, those scones, and there's something else, some other dessert. Is it monkey bread? Those two things. Like, yeah, the other food was fine. It was good. But those two things are what I want when I go there. I save a lot of room for dessert.
I'm so hungry right now. This is my Chuckarama routine. Get a
There's a routine.
salad, because their salad bar, so
Fire.
good.
Yep.
Bomb salad. Go sit at the table. Go get. I get there's like this sweet and spicy chicken, and it's like a barbecue but it's a little tangy. I don't know. It's so good, and then I honestly just eat that and salad and maybe some scones and mac and cheese. So you guys have said like the things are my go-to at Chuckarama, and then for dessert is always a plate of the monkey bread, and then I just do the vanilla soft serve over it.
I've never tried that. That sounds amazing.
Oh my
Sean's always coming up with
gosh.
some shit.
There's not one down here. Well, the closest one is in Lehigh, isn't it?
There's one
There's
in
one in
Provo,
Provo.
but there used to be one in Orem, the one I went to growing up, and it closed after COVID. Like, through COVID, it closed and never came back.
Mm-hmm.
Now they tore it down.
That's sad.
Rip.
Yeah. When I first went to Chuckarama's, I did not like it. Yeah, I was just like, oh my gosh, just a salad place? Like, what the fuck? And then I like went back.
Did you like miss the whole other 3/4 of the restaurant?
Bruh, I swear, I was just like, did I walk into a forest with like all this green? Yeah, but it was not for me. And then I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna eat a bunch of ice cream because that's just like what I
Healthy.
thought. Healthy. But anyways, I went back like years later. I was just like, oh my gosh, they have so much good stuff. And what really sold me is that you can make your own drinks. Like, you don't have to wait on somebody to come get your own drinks.
Yes.
Because I'd be drinking a lot. And I could like double fist it, triple fist it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
The next one that I have is Waffle Love. I think it's pretty good. It's a really good mix of like savory, sweet. I wouldn't say it's like top amazing, but it's pretty good and it's unique to Utah. So I like that.
And I feel like it's kind of unique, period, just to do waffle. I've never had their savory stuff. I usually think of Waffle Love as dessert. But just to have like a waffle dessert place, I think is, I don't know. I don't know of any other chains or anything like that.
do they have like, I've never been there. Do they have like fried chicken and waffles and like pizza and waffles?
They have.
Not the face change.
No,
like,
stop.
He's like, too far, bitch.
They definitely have chicken and waffles, and they have like some other like savory entrees. I usually get the chicken and waffles when I go there because it's good.
Which I've never had. Chicken waffles.
So good.
I've never understood it.
I haven't either.
Ever?
I mean,
make
I've
sense
had
to me.
it. Like, I've been to Rocky's, Ralph's, like their chicken. Roscoe's chicken and waffles in LA, and it was just. I found myself eating the chicken first and then the waffles. I was like, was I supposed to eat this together? Like, I don't know. It didn't.
You
hit.
can eat it separate. You can offset it. Like
What do you do? Because you eat your burgers and then your fries. So how do you do this?
depends on the day,
Oh,
honestly.
look at you.
So most of the time, I'll go back and forth between them, just because that's how it is. Sometimes I'll eat them together, but most of the time it is like I'll eat a little bit of chicken and then I'll go back to my waffles. But I usually don't eat them together.
And do you put syrup on it?
Mm-hmm.
And you eat it with the fried chicken too? I've tried honey on fried chicken, but I've never tried syrup.
Me neither.
Good. So good. So healthy.
I do have to ask, do you like McGriddles?
I love McGriddles.
That's it. Yeah.
It's kind of similar.
It's very similar.
It's
Think about it like that.
or even like oh my gosh, this is not being mentioned, but like chicken biscuit sandwiches from Chick-fil-A. It's the same thing of like a breakfast breading carby thing, like a pancake
With a savory middle.
Yeah, with a savory and then a syrup.
I think you would
And
like
the
it.
crisp
Oh, you have tried
and the
it.
sweet
What
and
Chick-fil-A?
the salty.
No,
and
chicken.
It just hits all the spots. Okay. Sorry. Side story. There was that there's a Chick-fil-A sign and it says closed Sunday.
They're all closed Sunday.
Yeah. I was just wondering why would they put closed Sunday when
When it's
That's what
Utah.
it's known for.
yeah, Utah should just have things that say open Sunday. Instead of Chick-fil-A, I'm just that's so confusing.
I think it's for Chick-fil-A because that's what they're known for, all over the place. Growing up, all fast food restaurants are open every day. Restaurants are open every day, except Chick-fil-A. So, I think that's just their thing that they've been open every day but Sunday.
It's one of their I don't know, kind of how they
Trademarks.
advertise. Yeah, the trademark. They advertise themselves because it sets them apart. They're proud of it that they don't work on Sundays. And then I think because it's Utah, there's so many people who relate with that and are like, oh, I love Chick-fil-A because they don't work on Sunday. So even though it's well known, they're still going to advertise it because they're like, props to us.
Yeah.
And I'm always disappointed on Sundays. I'm like, where do I go?
That's me.
For real. I really,
Fake bits. We don't go to Chick-fil-A ever. I don't know. where
Wow. Call him out,
Oh,
Sean.
I'm talking about Utah. Now.
Oh,
Just
okay.
everywhere on Sundays. There's nowhere to go.
Chick-fil-A. I was like, when do we go to Chick-fil-A?
I was about to say, are your eyes really green?
another thing, so I don't know how much we want to dwell on this, but Litza's Pizza is probably one of my favorite pizza places.
Where?
Litza's Pizza.
It's
up in Salt Lake.
Yeah, and I grew up going there. My family loved it, and I always really did not like it. And I think the only reason, I was definitely young when I was going there, but they chop up their pepperoni into really tiny, they basically shake it out of a salt shaker, and it's coated across the whole pizza. And I probably would like that now, but I remember when I was younger, that's the reason that I really didn't like it.
Oh, I think they have the best pizza, and they have the best Thousand Island dressing.
And it's
ever.
closed now?
No.
Oh, okay. Because it's owned by the same people that own and started Hires Big H, right? Okay. Which is another very popular Utah burger place.
Never
It's
been.
a
Is
50s
it
diner.
one pizza or is it a pizza buffet?
It's it's a sit down restaurant where you order either you can order pasta, but they're known for their pizza. So they come out and they have that wire thing that it sits on, and then you put it on your plates and stuff. So it's not a buffet, but you could treat it like a buffet if you wanted to.
I think they have a salad bar.
No.
No? All right, then I'm a fake bitch because I don't know. It's literally been so long, 20
It's
years
so
since I've been
good.
probably.
And I remember the first time I brought it up to you, you're like, yeah, Litza's. And then 3 months ago I brought it up to you again. You were like, oh, I hate that place. And I was like, what are you talking about?
Fake
I think,
bits.
yeah, seriously, fake. I think I was just excited that you knew Utah like I did. But yeah, no, I was always not happy to be going there.
It's so good. It's one of my family favorites. I also have a couple other ones that I'm gonna list out. A Spicy Thai, love that place. It's in Provo. Konor, This is like really good Indian food. So good.
Oh, yes. I love it.
That's on my list, so we gotta stop and talk about it.
Okay.
Right.
It's so
It's
good.
so good. And like seriously, all I want to do is just eat with my hands, like how they do in India when I'm over there. But I just feel
Over
like
there in India.
yeah, or in corners, like I like
Feels like India.
yeah,
Oh,
and
art.
like it's just so good, and they give you so much, and they're naans. Like,
Dude.
okay, sorry, my roommates ruined that like word for me because like there was like, oh, suck on some naans. But anyways, they're like garlic naans are like so good, and they're cheese naans.
Cheese naan.
I can't say it no more.
Oh my gosh.
It is good.
Their butter chicken.
Mm-hmm.
They have so many options.
Yeah.
And in fact, I went to another popular Indian place last night, American Fork, and I was like, this is good, but this is not Kohinoor.
Mm.
Yeah, he brought some leftovers home for me, and I was like, nope, I miss Kohinoor. The flavors there are just so much better. And the naan, I will say this other place that he went, the naan was super thin and flat, and the naan is puffy and so flavored, so good. And you were talking about portions. It doesn't look big when it comes out, but that place fills me up so fast. And we've discovered that if you actually order takeout, they give you bigger portions. So there's a little trick.
Oh.
Okay, so let's talk about that then. Do you prefer Indian curry or Thai curry?
100% Indian for me.
I'd say
I love both.
equally. It just depends. They're different to me. I crave one, and then I'll crave the other.
I like both, but I would probably land more on the Thai because it's a little more soupy, where Indian curry is a little more thick
Yeah,
sometimes.
it's thicker.
Yeah.
You mentioned spicy Thai, which we just went to the other day here in... It's in Orem? Or is that Provo?
Provo.
Okay. Way good. I think their flavors are awesome. Sean and I had just been talking about tofu, and for some reason I was craving it, and I got their tofu, and it's so good and crispy. What are they called? The dumplings?
Yeah, just dumplings.
Just dumplings. They're super good.
Pot stickers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just feel like the flavors in that place are awesome. And just while we're on the subject of Thai food, I'm going to mention one of mine, which was called Sawadi. It's up in Lehigh. And
I've heard
Sabaidi. You
Oh,
got
no.
fake Bitzes all
Wow.
over here.
even when I wrote it down, I was
Is
like,
it
I gotta ask Sean because I don't
Sawadee?
think that's right.
It's Sabaidi.
I've heard a lot of good things
Sabaidi.
about that place. Like, I haven't just heard it from you guys. I've heard it from so many people.
We haven't been?
No.
Oh my gosh, we gotta go. I will say the flavors at Spicy Thai rival for sure. But then the one thing they have on their menu in Sabaidi is avocado curry, and it has like big chunks of avocado in their green curry, and I love that. I've never found it anywhere else.
Sounds kind of good.
That's
So,
exciting.
is it a Thai place?
Yeah, it's a Thai restaurant.
Thai people, they use more coconut in there.
Mm-hmm.
I make coconut Thai curry.
That's new
Me too.
information.
Oh my gosh, we should have a curry cook-off.
Oh,
Hold up.
curry
No.
cook-off.
Do you do green?
No, I do yellow.
And he does red. Maybe I should learn how to do green, and you can do
Purple.
Avocado.
Rice. I'll make the rice.
Yeah. Okay, and then just like 3 more. I'm not mentioning my top place yet. Just so you guys know. Keep you on your seats a little bit.
Okay.
I am throwing this in there. Swig. I know it's not a restaurant, but it does sell food.
Yeah.
And very Utah.
And very Utah. I feel like all soda shops are Utah. I think Swig is my favorite one. People at work shame me for that because they think Swig is like the worst of them, but I'm like, it's the best because it has my favorite drink, Diet Waikiki 32-ounce light ice. So good. I love it.
I love Swig, but I also love, is it called Thirst?
Yeah. There's
Thirst.
the one that's in by Salt Lake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're great. My favorite one is Soda Mix.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I haven't heard
But
that one.
theirs has like pretzel dogs.
Is that up by where you live? The Soda Mix? That little
Soda
place?
Mix, yeah.
Okay.
That place, because my go-to for dirty soda, like that's something around Utah, is where they add like creamer or stuff to your Coca-Cola.
That's because we don't drink alcohol.
Right.
Yeah,
So
this is
so
crazy as we get. Let's go to Swig.
Liddy, we're gonna party like it's 2020. But yes.
2020 was a dark time, Monet. We don't joke about it.
I do.
But yes, I just feel like when I do want a dirty soda, the soda mix place or the place next to where I live called Soda Mix, their dirty soda is not like overly sweetened like Swig and like Thirst, and because I just like Coke Zero with coconut creamer, and that's it, and that's all I need. And I just feel like everywhere else that I've had it was just like too sweet. So
yeah, no, that's fair. I was choosing Thirst over Swig. I don't know if I'd say over Swig, but I do like how Thirst does like fresh mint and like berries and stuff in their drinks, which I'm not sure if Swig does that. They do. Oh, so Swig's great too. But I will say that the Thirst pretzel bites are better than the Swig pretzel bites.
Oh yeah, but I don't go for the food. I go for the drinks. When people like get food, I'm like, oh okay.
See, that's just like a weird thing that I got used to. But like when I first got here, I was like, people just go through the drive-thrus for drinks. Yes. Like they don't go for anything else. It's unheard of. But now I get it. It's very convenient. Like if I'm like getting off work and then I just like see a Swig or something, I'm just like, I ain't got to get out of my car. I just want to drink. I don't have to go to 7-Eleven, walk out, get a Big Gulp. So yeah, I see the benefits.
I remember when I moved here and I was like diehard, like no Swig, nothing for me. I remember I told you that. I was like, I think that's so weird that they just do that. I'm not gonna become one of those girls. I am one of those girls.
Utah has a way of changing you, right?
You're always tagging me in the Swig giveaways and stuff. I'm like, she's in it deep. I want to win
one so bad. I've never won anything on Instagram.
Let's manifest it for
We're
you.
We're going to manifest it, be positive, but it's just like, if I could win anything, I would love to win a Swig gift card. Swig, if you're listening.
Please.
I don't want the Paris trip. I don't want nothing. I just want a Swig gift card.
I want either a year free of Swig
oh my God,
or a gift card. The golden tumbler. Oh man, I try so hard. But some of the stuff is like, go around and do all these activities with your friends. And I'm like, nah. No, I'll do the stuff where I can sit on my ass at home. And then the last place that I had was Tsunami. I think that's the best sushi place that I've ever found in Utah. I love sushi. Sean introduced that to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Tsunami?
Yeah.
Oh.
I love sushi. It's probably like favorite food.
I thought he was being fake because he's introduced like almost all of these places to all of us.
Right.
Really?
Like Sean, all these places aren't on your list.
Actually.
But like Tsunami, I think is like the best sushi that I have had in Utah. Not ever had, but had in Utah. It's just so pricey, and there's the closest one to us is in Lehigh, which is like 20 minutes away.
I agree.
Which is far for Utah. That's another thing that I learned.
That's true.
It is true. Like I start to see why, because everything's so convenient around you. 20 minutes just be like, more than 15 minutes.
But I think for me too, like, because I am by myself, it's like I don't want to go 20 minutes unless I'm with somebody. If I'm just me, I want to go to what's convenient. So
I wish I could remember the appetizer that I get in Tsunami.
Oh, it's the asparagus thing.
It's this meat wrapped in asparagus.
Tenderloin, or the medallions and asparagus thing.
It's so tender, and the sauce that they serve it in is a little bit like teriyaki sauce, but better. And it's less thick, and it's so good. I get it every time, and I save the sauce. They always try to take my dish, and I save the sauce for my sushi. And I would agree with you that Tsunami is the best sushi in Utah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just have to bring this up. Utah ruined sushi for me because I used to like love sushi so much until like I was visiting for like general conference, and like we went to Sushiya. What?
Sushi, that place is terrible.
Yeah, okay. I thought it was great. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, like, all you can eat, blah, blah, blah. But then, yeah, I was not feeling great afterwards. And after that, sushi has not been the same for me. So, like, I will only order it, like, at a gas station. Like, not like it's any better.
No.
But I do like. I used to love sushi, but yeah, that's one thing you tell me.
We need to take you to Tsunami.
It
will bring your love back for
trust
sushi.
issues.
Not only that, but we're taking you to a place in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You will love it.
That I introduced us to.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's it called?
Sakana.
Oh.
It's so good. The prices went up a little bit, so it's not like just $20.
Inflation hit
That was
everywhere.
a freaking
It's a
steal.
little bit. It's a little bit higher. It is so good. All you can eat. It used to be $20. I think it's a little more, but it's literally all you can eat. It is so good.
So good.
And I was even sick the last time we went, so like I was congested and I couldn't really taste anything, and it was still good.
Yeah.
Did you vlog about it on your YouTube channel, Sean Satake? Anyways, yeah, it looked great. But yeah, I'm excited.
We're gonna take you.
So excited.
So it's funny because like you're like, I'm not in love with sushi anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Cooper made the comment. He was like, Blakely can always do sushi and Sean can always do a burger. Like,
And I can always do pizza.
and he can always do pizza.
Wow.
So sushi is like top for me. So I'm very picky with it.
What would be your always? Chinese?
Chinese food.
Asian
Yeah.
food,
Yes. Specifically shrimp fried rice or any fried rice, but I
Shrimp
just
fried
love.
rice is good.
Yeah, it's just my favorite. Do you guys like shrimp?
Yeah.
Because there are people who don't, and I'm just like, what trauma did you go through? And I'm like, shrimp. Oh my gosh. No, I'm just kidding.
That's my list. So over to you, Coop.
That was a great list. Well, you did take a couple of mine, both of y'all's, but the ones that I want to talk about were what I kind of grew up with, and these two restaurants are now extinct to my knowledge. Like, as far as I know, the first is Training Table. That was a Utah staple. I'm pretty sure it started here. It was only here, and it had kind of a cute theme. It was like kind of like a 50s diner. And each table had a telephone, like an old-fashioned telephone, and that's how you would place your order to the kitchen. And
That sounds so cool.
It was fun. Yeah, my family used to go all the time because it was down the street from my house.
Did you get their cheese fries?
Yes,
And fried
the
sauce?
cheese fries and fry sauce. Yes, thank you for saying that. The cheese fries that's like how I fell in love with cheese fries, and honestly, I don't think anybody has done it as good as Training Table. The one thing that they didn't do until you asked them to, which I learned late in life that you can ask them to do this, is they would layer the cheese in between the layers of fries.
Genius.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, you had
Or-
to ask them? Or
Yeah, you'd have to ask for that when you ordered, but what I would do with my family when I was younger, I was always the runner, and because you have to go up and get your food after when it's ready, because you'd hang up the phone, you'd wait a little while, and then your phone would ring telling you to come up to the counter.
That is so cool.
They're like commercials. They'd be like, little phone thing on their logo.
I don't know why it went out of business, honestly. I think it was another family issue that the family had some drama and they lost it. But anyway, you could eat your cheese fries, and once the cheese was all gone, I would take it back up there and be like, can you re-cheese this for us? And they would. And it was great. And then their fry sauce was kind of special. Fry sauce is a Utah thing, and normally it's ketchup and mayonnaise. But at Training Table, they do barbecue sauce and mayonnaise. And it's great. I think it's better.
Wow, that sounds. I've never tried that.
Yeah, we gotta just make it.
When was the last time you went there?
High school probably, because I think it closed shortly after I graduated.
Wow, a long time ago.
So that was up in Salt Lake. Was there one down here?
They were kind of all over the Utah Valley, but
There's one in Provo.
great place. And then I'm actually not sure if this one's gone now. The one that I used to go to all the time is gone, but I heard that it relocated, and I don't know if it survived in its new location, but it's called Cowboy Grub. And it was another like staple for my family. I don't even know why we liked it so much. I think it was just one of those places that they started going and got addicted to. But they had great cornbread. They had these huge cow heads mounted on the wall, like when you come in, and then they had a little room. It sounds kind of ghetto, but they had a little room that was like small arcade rides, like the ones that you find in the grocery stores that you put a nickel in and you can ride, like the little merry-go-round that goes around.
They didn't have a mechanical bull in there?
No.
That's what I thought you were going to say.
Actually, I'm pretty sure once I was like too old to go in that kid's room, they added something like that, like it was a horse, but it was basically the same idea. And I that's like a memory that you just like awakened in me. But yeah, that place was a go-to. I think they had like awesome soup and salad bar and stuff, and it was all cowboy themed and stuff. So those were my childhood places. And the only other places that I wrote down were, again, places that Sean has showed me, the foodie of all foodies. But Brooker's ice cream. I know that's not necessarily dessert. Did you have that?
Yes.
Brooker's ice cream is awesome.
Okay, and I would put that next to Handel's though. Handel's is a really good place.
I would too, but I would pick Brooker's over Handel's.
And I think Brooker, Handles was in California when we were there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So
that's true.
Brooker's was.
That's right. We're only talking about Utah.
Brooker's is exclusive to Utah.
And yeah, I would say they're very close, but I would put Brooker's above.
But you should tell the people why Brooker's is so good.
Yeah, I can't remember the fact thing about the...
They use
like a lot of
Come on, Noni.
fats where it's kind of like lip gloss.
Okay, so close. You're on the right track. They use the highest fat percentage content in the ice cream before it's considered chapstick or something.
Whoa, I didn't
just
know
said that.
But
He said his lip gloss. Pop in.
and the fat content is so high that it's illegal to sell it in grocery stores.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's good. It's not like it tastes like you feel so heavy and
Right.
like it's not like overload, but they have great flavors. They have a lot of flavors. Most of them are pretty original. It's 1800s themed or 1700s colonial times. So like all the workers have the colonial outfits on, and all the flavors are named after like founding fathers and people from history and American history. And then don't they make all of their ice cream daily or something like that? Which they have a little, in the one that I'm familiar with out in Vineyard, they have a little window where they're in there making the ice cream. So yeah, that's a great one.
I remember we were going there and like they told me that fact. And I was like, oh my gosh, wow, I can't wait to taste like how it, like what is so good about it. And then like I wasn't even thinking and I ordered a hot chocolate.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right.
I was like, oh my gosh. I didn't even get to taste what they were talking about. But yeah, it's great. That hot chocolate was pretty good.
That hot chocolate has the highest fat content.
Okay. Oh, then you know what? Say less. I've tried it.
Yeah, and the last thing on my list is not a restaurant, but it's my favorite coffee place, and it's Grinders. Right down the street. Love Grinders. I seriously miss it when I'm on vacation and like don't like the fact that I have to go to Dutch Bros or Starbucks. But Grinders is good, and they do.
Snobs.
Yeah, snobs.
It is really good.
They do really good breakfast sandwiches. They do. Your coffee's awesome, but then they also do. I can't remember if they call them refreshers or revivers. Which one's Swig? Swig is revivers.
Swig is both.
Oh, they do both. Something like that. It's like energy drinks. And I always get the, oh my gosh, I think it's called the Magnolia. Yeah, and it's way good. Basically like a slushy with lots of like herby flavors and like I think there's a lemonade base, a pink lemonade base. It's good. That's my coffee place.
Love it. Well, I guess we're finishing with mine. So, places growing up. Frontier Pie. Was that in any of your guys' states? Florida or... Okay, cool. I just want to make sure. Because it was kind of like Cracker Barrel-y, but it was like this like...
I love that. I'm gonna
pioneer...
describe things like that now.
It's this pioneer like wood log building, and it was breakfast. You go in, it had like hand carts and like skulls of ox and stuff on the thing, and it was like breakfast, and you could get pies there. So it was known for obviously Frontier Pies, but like my grandma would always go there to get pies for like holidays or things coming up.
So would you eat there or would you go pick it up?
Both.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like so Frontier Pie, R.I.P. Another one was Peter Piper Pizza. It was like this all-you-can-eat pizza place, and it had like a little arcade, and it was like more hip than a Chuck E. Cheese, but it was cool. And didn't last long though. And then South China was like this really good Chinese restaurant in Provo that we grew up going to all the time. My grandma was friends with the Lady, Betty, R.A.P. I don't know where you at, but so those were places that remind like growing up, and then high school, Beto's. I say high school because that was a prime of Beto's for me, like high school and after. Beto's now is just kind of like because it's convenient and it's like there.
But was Beto's good when you were growing up because you were a growing boy? So it was like good?
No, girl. It was $5 for a burrito, and they were huge, and they were full, and the meat quality was way different. Everything was way different.
I think he's always been a foodie.
And food, the food quality there has definitely gone down, especially this one closest to us. I'm like, wow, sad,
Disappointed.
but Beto's, I know that's been somewhere that everyone here has mixed feelings on.
Rancheritos, Beto's is kind of like my what's open on Sunday. Okay, I'll go there.
Yeah. Nah.
I'm sad that I didn't grow up with there. I found out that there is a Rancheritos up by my house, up where I grew up, and people like all my friends used to go, and they never took me. Which
Were they really your friends?
right? I don't think so.
It's so sad.
I know, and so Sean's the one that introduced me to Beto's, and I was like, oh my gosh, this place is amazing. I love it. And then I realized that it's like a Utah staple.
So that's Beto's, and then places to. Okay, yeah, I'm glad my list was long. Sol Agave, but I've been there a lot lately, where I'm kind of like a little over it. Except their butter cake, I could never get over that. That butter cake is like divine.
Valid.
Oh man.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. I thought the butter cake was good, but I don't think it's divine.
Oh, you've had a better butter cake?
Oh, okay.
No.
She's from the South, so she's had a better.
I respect your right to your opinion.
But it's wrong. No, I think it was really good. I think my problem was I got it by myself. So then I took it home. My ice cream melted and my butter cake, and I had to put it all in the freezer because it was all together. So then when I ate it and I reheated it, either my ice cream would like melt into my cake, and then it was just like too soupy, and then I would refreeze it because I couldn't eat it all again.
Well, and you were sick when we went.
That's
I think
true.
you need to give it another try.
But I did love the food. Like, I thought the food was way good.
Mm-hmm.
My thing with Sol Agave is I've tried a lot of their menu, and I'm the type of person that always orders the same thing wherever I go, and Sol Agave is the exception. I'm like trying something new every time I go. I haven't found anything that I love, but everything that I've tried has been good. Mm-hmm. And then the butter cake, I'm usually, with my dessert, it's got to be chocolate for the most part. And I don't like cake. And this is not chocolate, and it is cake, and I love it.
It's good.
Phenomenal.
It's all right to me, to be honest. I mean, I like the butter cake, and their food tastes great, but it's not
It's
like...
nothing special for you.
See, the thing is, I don't want to put it on the same level as, like, Costa Vida, because I do feel like Sol Agave is, like, way more elevated, and their flavors are way more better. But it's just, like... I just don't get full there, or like their sizes are kind of small, and I've had just like better Spanish food, so but they're great, and I've never had a better butter cake, better better.
As long as the
Ma
butter
better?
cake is good. That's great.
Ma bettas?
Another Shoots, Chinese cuisine down in Provo. Very good. Family owned, except I've learned that earlier this year there's new owners, so kind of worried because it was owned by the same family since they opened, and so good. Honestly, I try so many different dishes there, and they're all good. But my go-to there is like their firecracker chicken. Oh, it's so good, and they do really good like shrimp fried rice, or pork fried rice or whatever. Fried rice, healthy. It's good.
Sold.
I really like their buns, but I can't remember what they call them.
Oh, the barbecue pork bun things.
Yeah, those are way good. The cook on those buns is crispy and soft in the middle. Then you got all the pork. Another thing I'll say about Shoots is the service is always good. They're always very friendly, and even if they're busy, I feel like the service has always been really great. And it helps that we're friends with a few of them.
Yeah. Yes. Shout out to Beatrice. And then somewhere that is a barbecue place, like a steakhouse barbecue, is Goodwood. I really like Goodwood. I don't know if they're outside of Utah or if they started in Utah. I've only seen them in Utah.
I've never heard of them.
We went. Okay, yeah. And I love their dessert. They have a chocolate, like a Texas sheet cake with ice cream. So good.
I really like their chicken fried steak. Is that what it's called? I never had that before, actually, until Goodwood. So, and I don't know if I've tried it very many other places either, but they do a great one.
You liked it?
Yeah.
You will order it again?
Yes. I went there for my birthday last year.
Chicken fried steak confuses me.
Right?
I'm just like,
what is it?
Well, first the name, and then like tasting it. I'm just like, is this cooked?
Have you ever looked at it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
So weird. And I feel like all I'm eating is like the batter, like the fried batter, and like there's nothing in it. I'm just like, oh, just batter.
Even though you're talking it down, I'm craving it more and more the more you talk about it.
You know what? I'm craving it. Yeah. Getting
It's
hungry.
So it's good. I am very picky about stuff like that. Chicken fried steak, just because you can make it very bad. Like if you...
Yeah.
And so when we went there and you had talked it up, I was like, okay, we'll see what this Utah boy thinks is a good is a good country fried steak. But it was good. It was really good. I agree. Like wholeheartedly.
Yeah, Goodwood is great, and then and another thing that they're known for is their onion rings, which I don't know, they're huge. I kind of get too sick from too much fried food, like it doesn't sit well with me, so I kind of stay away from them. But
the thing that's great about the onion rings is how your aunts taught us how to do the sauce.
The ranch and the barbecue
together, yeah, with the onion rings. That's what really makes it so good. Because I'd say the onion rings are pretty much just basic, like you could find anywhere.
Another place that is Slackwater Pizza. They do more of those kind of like, would you call them artisan pizzas? Or would you call them like, they're not the like traditional, they have traditional if you want like a meat lovers or like just a basic pepperoni, but
I call them experimental flavors.
Yeah, they have this really great tikka masala pizza.
Oh my gosh, that place. Yes.
Good.
Yeah, it's so good.
Tikka masala pizza. They do have things that have like, you know, lettuce and avocado, the green goddess sauce
pizza.
and stuff. Yeah. And they do this really great soup for the month of October, and it's a pumpkin squash soup. It's so good.
So good.
But yeah, anything about Slackwater before we move on to other pizza places? Because
I've only been there once, and it was great.
Yeah, it's.
They even have a pizza that has strawberries on it, and it's good.
Oh man, and they do their pizzas are so good.
Strawberries.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
it's weird, but it's good.
Yeah,
I trust y'all.
Yeah, you did a balsamic salad.
Oh, that's true. Call me out, bitch.
So other pizza places, Mountain Mike's Pizza, so good. Their Hawaiian pizza is like probably the best Hawaiian pizza. It's like barbecue, chicken, pineapple. I don't know if they do bacon or not. I think they do bacon.
And I would never order that pizza anywhere else except for Mountain Mike's because they do it right.
And then their pepperoni is like, it's like picture perfect. It's like pepperoni everywhere. It's just like pepperoni.
Oh, like the mini, like those. That's
yeah. They're like a little smaller. And then
yeah,
just
that
like,
one. And it tastes amazing.
And their crust is so good to dip in some ranch. Oh man.
Also, their pizza slices are hella thin, but for some reason I like can get full off of it, or like it doesn't feel like as thin as it looks.
It's because we do like the larger size, so they slice them into those little tiny triangles. But you can have as many as you want.
Oh, so wait, are they normally like that?
I think if we would get a smaller size, they'd probably be like normal pizza size cuts. Slices.
Maybe we should get one and see.
They're not.
see.
They're small
Oh.
like that.
Oh, are they? Shareable is what they're doing.
Okay, yeah. It feels like that.
Mix
And you're
and
like,
match.
I don't want to share.
Right. I was like, where's y'all's boxes?
Another pizza place that I have not taken any of you to, and it's because it's in Ogden, and it's called Lucky Slice, and it's so good. It's probably one of the best pizza places. And I don't really get pizza a lot. I don't like pizza a lot. That's not a go-to thing for me.
I couldn't tell because your list is full of pizza.
And so I have I'm like, if I'm naming these places with pizza, they're definitely recommends because, yeah. Lucky Slice, they do kind of like some like experimental pizzas, basic as well. And then they have it like, obviously you could get a box, but when you can also just get like a slice fresh, and they like throw it through those like quick toaster things to like refreshen it up. Oh my gosh, it's so good. And one day when we go to Ogden, we will do all these things, because another place that's in Ogden that you guys haven't been to is that I would take you to is Criddle's Breakfast. It's like a breakfast diner. They are not open on Sundays, that's like the only day I ever find when I'm up in the Ogden area that I could make it, because so we'd have to go like on a Saturday morning or a weekday morning. But specifically, they have this it's like a coconut syrup that they have. It's like I think they call it the Hawaiian syrup or something, I don't know. In the and they run out of it, so like you have to like hope that they haven't run out of it before you get there. But it's so good on, obviously waffles or whatever. But Criddles, Roosters is another place. Look, I'm telling them places, I haven't telling them yet. Roosters is good. We didn't go to Roosters okay, so I don't even know. They have this like their appetizers, amazing. They have these bomb like spinach artichoke dip, a really great one. It's like they have like a 7 cheese dip, a shrimp one, and yeah, really great. You have to go to Ogden. Somewhere else, look, I know you guys don't have comments about any of these because I'm putting you on right now.
Because you haven't
Right.
showed us.
Right.
Exactly.
Like, why haven't you showed us?
This place you have been. I know Blakely hates it. Holy Taco. Love
I don't
Holy
hate it.
Taco.
I don't hate it. It's just I want more. Like if I'm getting tacos or Mexican food, I want more than just a taco or whatever it is.
See how I order? I order like one of everything on the menu.
I know you do.
Yeah, they specialize in al pastor, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only meat that they do. And then they do quesadillas, they do tacos, they do, I don't know what the other stuff is, but they do lots of different versions of that. And I think it's the best al pastor that I've ever had, including Texas.
I think Holy Tacos, I would say, is probably the only Spanish food around here that I could crave. Like on a random
So
Wednesday.
I did put you on
So
something.
I mean,
finally.
you've been putting me on, but yeah, I like their like cheese taco or whatever it's Gringa. No,
Gringa.
Is it? Is
Yes,
it called the
it's
yeah.
just cheese and meat.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So good. Is it the Gringa?
Yeah.
Or no, it's the Costa.
Oh, Costra. Yeah.
Fake
the
bits
Gringa
over here.
Yeah.
Hella
The
confident.
Gringa's the quesadilla one.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
It's so good. Yeah, I like it.
How late is Holy Taco open?
I know. Okay, Holy Taco, and the last place that I actually, None, definitely, we should go. I'm fake because I don't know if they still do it, but I have a relative that has a store, Polynesian store in Orem, and it's called Leilani's, and they would do like plates on the weekends, like $10 plate or whatever it would be now with inflation. But and they had like Tongan food. It's freaking Tongan food, Nane. And that's why I said I don't know if you guys would care to try it, but when you talked about your Hawaiian food, I was like, oh my gosh, Leilani's, and like you can get otay there, and you can get
Sold.
you can get like a plate of like a starch. So like depends on what they have. A lot of times they have like kumala, or they have just taro, or they just have manioke sometimes, and then they have for sure like lu, mostly lupulu, but sometimes lusipi.
Oh yeah,
sausages, turkey tail. Like they have like Tongan food.
Yeah, that's what I like about Utah. It has like so many different kinds of food out here. But the Polynesian one is the ones that I didn't expect. But I think it's cool. I loves it. It's great. Bye.
It's surprising how diverse the food is out here in Utah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It really is. You would think they just eat like
Jello.
Sacrament. No, I'm joking. No, just kidding. Cut that out. Anyways, but yeah, no, Utah has a lot of great foods.
Yeah, I always thought like growing up in Atlanta, like so much food, but then when I moved out here, I was like, whoa, there's so much that I have not experienced yet.
There is one thing that I wish Utah had, or that I just haven't had it, but like, it's like good fried chicken and like biscuits. I just haven't had like a good fried chicken out here.
Oh, okay. Well, I have.
Oh, where?
Popeyes.
Chuckarama.
His face.
Harmon's.
Like I said.
Oh! Take that back. Harmon does have good fried chicken. It's just like...
What? No, Nay.
Okay, but it's I grew up in Florida, and I know we're not talking about Florida food, but like Publix fried chicken is like...
Oh my
gosh.
Publix everything.
Publix, you cannot compare. That
Pub
probably
sub.
made a huge sound on the mic, so sorry.
Yeah.
But Publix, you can't compare with anything. Like, that is top notch.
Right.
Everything.
Right, and like I just feel like I haven't found anything like it.
Don't worry, there's nothing out here like that.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just give up now. Let me save me time.
We need to call Publix up and be like, please come and build a store in Orem because y'all would do great here.
Right. Seriously.
But it's only in Florida, Georgia, South Carolina.
And I miss their potato salad. Anyways, it's not Florida. Let's talk about Utah.
Or chicken tender sub.
Oh my gosh. Okay, like sandwich places like Jimmy John's, Subway, those sandwiches don't fill me up. But I get half a sub from Publix. I was like, oh my gosh.
Put some chips on it.
Oh, okay. Sean put me onto that.
Gosh,
Yeah.
so good.
So
Okay, that's another episode.
Yeah, Florida food.
No, Publix.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's Publix.
fast fire round though, really quick. Number one top place. Mine would be Crown Burger because it has a lot of like memories for my family. Plus, Utah has like this great thing with the pastrami burger. Like, I've only found one pastrami burger in Utah. There's a lot of places, but I think Crown Burger does the best.
And I like how Crown Burger also has like a gyro and other options other than just burgers and fries.
Well, they're Greek, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hence the gyro.
Yeah, I kind of already said mine, and it was Yummy's. I would say that's my all-time favorite restaurant. I just love it. I can go once a week and not get sick of it.
I love it.
I'm going to say on these two. You could just go all the time.
I'm going to say King's Buffet because I just like buffets. I just like eating so much.
That's the one over here, right?
Yeah, the one in Orem. And I think their food's pretty great. Like, it has so much.
They have a lot of options there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've never been. So,
Oh my
is it good?
goodness.
Don't tell no name.
What do you think? Because Cooper...
Because why? What's your preface?
I mean, just like the way you was like acting like the food was like fungus or whatever. No, I'm joking.
When we were there?
Yeah, well, no. I suggested this jalapeno chicken, and he's like, I hate jalapenos.
Yeah, that's why.
And he like backed up like Homer Simpson.
Yeah, jalapenos. I actually only like it when it's a fake like flavoring on chips and stuff. But if it's a real jalapeno pepper, I don't like it. I don't know why. But no, yeah, I liked King's. I would say I didn't feel awesome afterwards, but during eating it, I really enjoyed it.
I didn't ask about that. How did you feel when you was eating it? No,
I loved it.
but same. I don't feel awesome afterwards. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I have to drive.
Okay, so speaking of Utah, what do you feel like are recipes that come from Utah or things that you grew up making? in Utah? I mean, I guess you guys grew up here. So what are some things that you guys grew up making? What are some things that you were like, oh, only Utah people make this?
Fry sauce.
Everyone knows
That's
that
true.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, fry
was
sauce
gonna
was the
say-
only thing that I was just like,
And the dirty soda.
and the dirty soda, yeah. That I feel like those are just things that I used to make all the time. Or sorry, fry sauce was I used to make all the time with mayonnaise and ketchup. The dirty soda was just like foreign to me.
But the only reason my family, we knew about fry sauce growing up is because my dad grew up in Salt Lake and Crown Burger and all that stuff. And so he would like, whenever he would visit, he would bring us back like bottles of fry sauce. We would make it at home. Like that's only how we knew about it. It was because my dad grew up here.
Yeah. And for anybody wondering what fry sauce is, like if you've never tried it, it's very similar to Thousand Island dressing. Like when I would go places outside of Utah, I'd be like, I wanted fry sauce, but I would just ask for Thousand Island dressing. It's definitely not the same, but it's similar.
Yeah, I see.
In-N-Out, their sauce, whatever their In-N-Out sauce is in the
That's
packets.
very Thousand Island.
Yeah, very similar.
I feel like Thousand Island is the more pickly.
Yeah.
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 Is the
the
spread
difference.
sauce at In-N-Out Thousand Island?
It's
Ish.
pretty much
Yeah.
like it's the same as like a Big Mac sauce.
Mm. Yeah.
In-N-Out fries suck.
Yeah, they do.
Unless you
Cardboard.
get animal style.
Yeah,
We're
with
here to
cheese on
trash
it.
In-N-Out because it is.
It is
Trash.
trash.
It is trash, but like it reminds me of my childhood because like that was like
Also trash.
Okay, but
delicious.
you grew up in California, and I feel. What
Wait,
did you say?
say it out loud. Say it out loud. Repeat it. Hold up. Let me go back in the.
Let's count the minutes.
You said, it reminds me of my childhood because it was, and I said, also trash. And I cut myself off. I said, just kidding.
The reaction on your face was like, did I just say that? Did that just come out of me?
This is new information, Chad.
And I will, in your defense about In-N-Out, I think it's better in California.
Oh yes, that's what I was gonna say.
And they just can't do it the same over here, I guess. I don't know what's up.
I taste what everybody's tasting though. Like I'm just like it's not even mediocre. I would say. Like I feel like I can make a burger like better than that, and I don't even cook well.
But what I don't understand though is like the line for this In-N-Out is long, and there's so
Every
many
day.
other good places around it that I'm like, why are you waiting for cardboard fries and a regular burger?
When it opened, I think the first one in Utah was like up in West Jordan or somewhere around there, some Sandy, Draper, I don't know. But it was huge, and like all the high schoolers, that's like I feel like a hangout spot for like my siblings in high school. They go to In-N-Out on the weekends and just hang out
Beatrice told us that
there. Yeah.
she would go there.
And they like are a ruckus and
Yeah.
causing a mess over there every single time. But sorry, In-N-Out for the youths that you have to deal with. But I think that's what it is. There's just some kind of hype there that they're not foodies like us. They don't care about the quality food. They're just going there for the hype.
I will say that line is long, but it is pretty efficient for
Yeah,
how
they
long
move
it
quick.
is. I would compare it to there's a debate of efficiency of a line between Chick-fil-A and In-N-Out. I would say Chick-fil-A wins because they offer more on their menu,
Yes.
way more on their menu.
And I think their service in general is just better.
Yeah.
But most Chick-fil-A's have like 2 different lines, and In-N-Out only has 1 line. So
And this Chick-fil-A has one line, but it has multiple people going from car to car, where I feel like In-N-Out, every time I've been there, it's just been one person.
That's a good
did you
point.
know you have to be 18 to work at In-N-Out?
No.
I did apply there when they first opened because it was like they were going to pay really well, and I was just out of high school. I think I was like 20-ish, 19. But they didn't want me.
Probably had a lot of competition.
Yeah, so recipes.
Yeah, I was gonna say stuff that I think is exclusive to Utah of homemade stuff would be something called Jell-O salad. I feel like people talk about Utah and Jell-O often. It's like a Mormon thing, and I get that. I experienced it, but I would say for me and my family, we made Jell-O salad more often, and the only difference is well, these are the ingredients. It's super simple, and everybody's going to be like, yeah, that sounds disgusting. I love it. Blakely hates it. I'm pretty sure Sean doesn't like it. And I don't know if you've had it, but...
It's okay. No, you don't need it.
It's whipped cream, crushed pineapple, like with no juice, and cottage cheese, and then like Jell-O. And I've always seen it with the lime Jell-O flavoring. Not like you make Jell-O separate, but you just pour the flavoring right on all of that. And you mix it all together, and that's it. And it's done.
Don't people call that ambrosia?
It actually, yeah, I think that's true. Okay.
That's ambrosia?
Yeah.
Really?
Wow.
I think it's ambrosia.
I'm thinking of Edward Scissorhands right now, and she's like, you
Oh my god,
garbage
yes, Cooper! Yes.
And that's
Yes.
exactly what it looks like. It's very fluffy. And hers is pink, I believe.
Yes.
And this is green.
Yes.
And I love it.
Yes.
I would even make it in college for myself. And I feel like it definitely fits, other than the Jell-O sugar. I think it would be keto. Oh no, then there's pineapple in it as well. But it's on the verge of keto, so...
My introduction to this was college. I went to Walmart, and I always love to text my friends, I'm at Walmart, do you need anything? He texted me, he was like, can you get the ingredients? And I was like, what the fuck is he making? And me being the supportive friend, like, yeah, sure.
This is also known as frog eye salad?
No, different.
Oh,
Frog
what's
eye
frog eye
salad is
salad?
tapioca, I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
Which I have on here too, which I think is very Utah.
Oh, I don't think I've ever had that.
But I have a story about frog eye salad too. But then he was like, oh, it's for my Jell-O salad. And then he made it. He's like, here, try it. And I didn't want to be like, that looks so gross.
It does look gross. I think it looks pretty to me, but then I understand how people would think it looks gross. Especially the cottage cheese. That's not something that people usually eat almost straight, you know? But I could eat this like ice cream. It's a dessert to me for sure.
Yeah. And so my rule is that I have to try everything at least once. So I tried it, and I was like,
It was the texture more than the flavor, right?
I'm very texture driven. So
I gotta make it for you sometime.
Please.
Have you had ambrosia before?
Yeah.
Okay, and what do you think?
I don't hate it.
Okay.
It's not something like I would not eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. But I want to see how you make it.
Yeah.
So.
What's gonna happen? Another recipe that I wrote down was Coca-Cola cake, which I don't think is exclusive to Utah, but we grew up doing it and had it often. And basically, it actually has Coca-Cola in the icing, and it's basically
in the cake too, right?
And in the cake, yeah, it's basically just a chocolate cake, and then there's Coca-Cola in it, and then in the icing as well. And it's funny because I think it's one of the only cakes that I've seen where there's nuts in the icing, and you mix the nuts into the icing, and it's very runny, and so you just pour it on the cake and it all runs down. And I made that for my mom for her birthday this year. That's quite good.
Have you guys ever seen those like infomercials with like that lady and she's like turning a knob and she's like, it's not like to set it and forget it, but she was just like, but she did make like poured this Coca-Cola into this chocolate cake and it came out looking like a cake. I was like, wow, interesting.
Yeah, I mean, you don't even use that much. Like, it's like less than a can of Coke. But...
Oh, she used the whole can.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, so.
What was she doing? I bet it was great.
Okay, yeah.
The other dessert, which I don't know have you guys heard of 7-layer cookies? No, is that a Utah thing? Would you say?
Is it the bars?
Yeah, I don't know why they call them cookies because it's more like a brownie. Like you cook it in a brownie pan. But the layers are coconut, like the shavings of coconut, butterscotch chips, chocolate chips, sweetened condensed milk, pecans or like any other nut, and then there's like pecans, and then there's a graham cracker base, like a cheesecake, and then I guess this is the other layer, but it's butter. So, and it's very chewy. It's very like melty, pull apart kind of a thing.
Also crunchy.
And crunchy, yeah, and it's good. I feel like my family used to make it seriously way too often, and that's probably why we don't make it anymore because we got sick of it or something. But grew up on it, and it's way good. And the last recipe that I wrote down that I think might be exclusive to Utah is tortilla soup, which is basically just like a chicken corn kind of feels very
Tex-Mexy.
yeah,
Yeah.
and like cowboy pioneer or whatever. My grandma would make that for Halloween. She does make that every Halloween.
I think it's hard for me, we were talking about this earlier, I think it's hard for me to know what's Utah original versus like where I grew up, because the culture that I grew up in was very Utah based.
Mm-hmm.
So
You were born in Utah. Your family started in Utah, kind of, and then they went over to Georgia.
yeah, so it's really hard.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Well, we did bring up fried eye salad.
Oh yeah, and you were
I
going to say something about
think
that.
that's very Utah. My story with that though is when I was on my mission, when we would do like zone conferences and things like that, our lunch would be, it's called like apple something. Apple sandwiches or something. It was like the sandwich shop that would make, you would order like 20 BLTs and 20 turkey avocados and whatever. It would come with these, it would either come with frog salad or chips or frog eye salad or chips or something. Like, I can't remember what the sides were. And then it always came with a cookie and a pickle. And so, because for some reason I was always the last one to pick one of these boxes, I would get stuck with the frog eye salad. And I am very texture driven and I can't do it. It's like really bad for me. And so I would go around with my frog eye salad and just ask everybody. I was like, I'll trade the frog, because everybody's like, ooh, I hate pickles. And I was like, here you go, and I'll take the pickle. But then everybody was like, Sister Stirs, you like pickles? I would go home with like 10 pickles in my lunchbox and just eat them for my lunch. Like,
Okay, period. Hustle on. Hustle on.
throughout like the next week or so. So, yeah.
But what is frog eye salad?
It's like, it has little, I don't know if it's tapioca balls, but I want to say it's tapioca balls. It's not like boba, where they're dark, but they're white. So they look like eyes.
Like
frog
tapioca
eyes.
pudding, kind of clear?
Yeah. And so it's like, yeah, I couldn't get past that. And so it's just, it's white-ish with those little balls in it.
So you don't like tapioca pudding?
Mm-mm.
It's funny that we name foods gross names. Like, frog eye salad sounds so gross. And, like, as you're describing what it looks like, I'm like, I guess that's why, because it fits the name, but gross. And, like, frog in the hole. I think that also sounds really gross. But it's a good, for anybody that doesn't know, Sean.
what's
what
frog
is
in
it?
a hole? Oh my gosh, you take a piece of bread. Do you know what frog in a hole?
No.
Oh my gosh, eggs in a basket?
Oh, piece of bread cut out like a circle.
You cut out a circle
put an
with the
egg
cup.
in it.
In the bread.
Oh, okay.
You put the butter, you fry, and then fry the egg. And it's good.
I don't even call it, what did you just say?
Eggs in a
the hole?
basket.
Eggs in
Egg
the
in
basket.
Oh, I don't even call it that. I just call it eggs and toast.
Well, that's
Creative.
So things could be named frog in a hole, or it could be named egg and toast.
It doesn't make me want to be like, "Ugh." It is interesting that we name it weird stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't, like, want to sound uncultured or whatever, but I feel like the English have a lot of gross sounding foods.
Spotted dick.
Yes. Thank you.
That's my favorite
Blood
one.
pudding.
Yeah.
Which-
Yes.
Isn't it actually blood?
Yeah.
It's like a blood sausage or something.
Yeah. A lot of Korean people eat that.
Mm.
Head cheese. Have you heard of that?
I feel like I'm being pranked.
Why are you laughing?
What is it?
Do you guys want me to go next?
Wait, why are you two laughing at that one?
I don't want to say it on the podcast.
You have. Okay, I'm writing it down.
But the fry sauce is definitely the top known thing for Utah, right? But something that I would say is also well known is funeral potatoes.
Oh my gosh, I wrote that down.
Oh my gosh.
So proud of
funeral
myself.
freaking potatoes. A good funeral potatoes recipe.
I've never had it before.
Ooh, it's good.
That's
Yeah.
good. You'd like
Don't
it.
get it at Chakarama.
Really?
You have it homemade.
Oh wait, they have it at Chakarama? I probably had it.
It's like shaved potatoes mixed with like sour cream and like kind of thing.
Oh.
And then they top it with and a lot of cheese. Top it with cheese and like cornflakes on the top.
But I don't like
And-
it when it's topped with cornflakes. I don't know what they're topping it with. I think it's just breadcrumbs. But that's the one that I like. It looks a lot more like breadcrumbs and I do not like the cornflakes one.
In Florida, have you ever had potatoes au gratin?
No.
Oh, it's very similar.
I think the only difference is that it's like the hash brown potatoes rather than the sliced potatoes. And then they have the crust on top.
See, another weird word, au gratin.
Yeah, but that's French.
That's Francais.
Yeah, but like if you're American like me, I pick out the rotten part of it.
Au gratin.
Au gratin.
I don't know if this is. I wouldn't say this is Utah, but this reminds me. I don't know. We grew up eating a lot of malto meal. Did you guys grow up eating that?
No,
I've
sir.
never heard that word before.
Me neither.
Okay. Well, us poor people. No. It's kind of honestly. We would call it porridge because I was like, this is like porridge.
So like cream of wheat? Or...
Yeah, cream of wheat.
Okay,
but
I had
like
cream of wheat.
the maple one.
Zoom. You
Oh
had Zoom?
man, no.
It's the same thing.
And
different
with
brand.
some Wonder Bread toast. But I don't know. That's probably not Utah. And then
Utah, you do good?
like you guys had cream of wheat.
Yeah, because it's so foreign.
So I had cream of wheat growing up, but we always did it with butter and salt. In Utah, my grandma, see, you guys are like, what's up, freak? My grandma would do milk and sugar.
Yeah.
And I think
sugar.
that is weird because I always had the savory and I love the savory.
Honestly, I don't know why I made such a face. I just was surprised because I never thought of doing it that way. But yeah, it was a breakfast thing for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it was for us
Oh,
too.
okay, so that would be weird for me. Even though like there's plenty of savory breakfast and stuff, but like Americans, you know how we love our sugary breakfast, and
Grits?
yeah, I didn't do that.
That's not a thing here.
Y'all didn't do grits?
No.
That's definitely,
Southern.
Southern belting.
yeah.
The last thing I'm gonna say is, my grandma's green bean noodle casserole.
Noodle casserole.
And I feel like casseroles are very Utah in general. But my grandma's was my favorite. In fact, I was like, as I was writing down, I was like, I should call my grandma and be like, Grandma, can we make this together so you can teach me?
You should do that.
Yeah. I'll take her cookies. Then I'll say, teach me how to make this. And that's it. That's mine.
But I have a question though. Green bean casserole I've heard of, but noodle casserole, what?
What kind of noodles
What's
does she
different?
use?
I think she uses like a macaroni noodle, if I remember correctly.
So
And then there's a lot of green beans, a lot of, I'm pretty sure it's like a chicken noodle soup mix.
so it's not like green bean casserole like Thanksgiving. Christmas.
Not the one you
Christmas.
made.
Okay.
Mm-mm. But there's ground beef in it too.
So wow,
That does sound
And
good.
cheese!
Okay, I do need you to like get this recipe because I love green beans.
Dude, I will get it. And actually I do, okay, yeah. We're gonna make it. I'm craving it. My grandma's made it in like once in the last like 10 years, honestly.
Wow.
And my family had some, and I was like, "What?" I was so mad.
Fake Bitzes!
No, Nate? Any recipes you feel like are just Utah based?
I just don't know much about Utah. The only thing I knew was fry sauce that I made personally. I wrote down funeral potatoes, but I was just like, I've never tried them before. Or at least I don't think I've tried them before. But yeah, I don't have anything that because I don't even cook that much. And you guys are about to tell. Like, you guys are, yeah.
To judge you.
Yeah. Oh, when you said, I don't know why I made a face, I was like, it's because you're judgmental, bitch. Like,
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. I would only say the other things that I grew up with were casseroles. So like my grandma would make this one that I made for Cooper a lot because I'm trying to perfect it. It's called sausage and rice casserole. Oh, it's so,
that sounds bomb.
Dude,
It
you'd
is
love it.
so good.
We need to make it.
Next
so good.
episode.
It's so simple. It's just celery, onion, sausage, and rice with a little bit of like seasoning, but
It's comfort food, and then it's flavored with chicken broth, which I know you played around with, but I really like it flavored with chicken broth. And it's definitely comfort food. It just feels like something you would want to eat on a cold day, rainy day or
it's so
something.
good. And it's very quick. It's very easy, and it's awesome. And then the other thing that she would always make us growing up is potato pancakes. I cannot make them as good as she does. But it's not like the Jewish, or is it German? Yeah, Jewish latkes. Yeah. It's not like that. That's more like shredded, like hash browns in like a pancake form. This is actually like pureed, like onion, potato, flour, butter, and salt, and eggs in like a mixture, and then you make it like pancake batter.
Yeah.
And it's good, and then you just put butter on it and you eat it. And the tradition is we don't eat it at the table, we stand around the counter and we eat it together. And while we're talking, my dad would like flip it off the grill and we would eat it, so.
I love that tradition.
I like that. That made me hella crave it. The way you was describing it.
It's good.
I'm like, I can hear the
It's
sizzle.
good. I feel bad because I did not make it.
Yeah, I think we need to do it again.
Yeah. I think I made it too soupy.
Yeah.
But they weren't terrible, they just weren't flavorful.
It was the texture that was off, but the flavor was still good, I thought.
I enjoyed that. I actually thought it was really fun.
I want more. It was fun.
Well,
Yeah.
there are so many more. And Cooper actually came up with a good idea.
You say that like it's a surprise. He actually came up with a good idea.
What? No, I'm kidding. Now this time I know.
Sorry, let me just turn the time over to Cooper to tell us about his good idea.
No, I'll let you know.
Cooper texted us. He was like, why don't we give our cookies to someone that might need a little extra love? Because we all made like a bunch of cookies, which we'll probably eat a little bit after this. But the rest, because I still have a ton of dough at home that I haven't made. So
Same.
yeah, so we were thinking of giving it to someone that needed a little extra love this week. Show them that we appreciate them.
That's
I
it.
thought that was really fun.
That was fun. Thanks, Blakely.
Good idea, Cooper.
Good idea, Blakely, for the taste test.
Yeah, that was fun. We should do more taste testings.
I know, with all the recipes we
Yeah.
talked about, I'm like, we gotta
potatoes.
stop eating out so much, and we need to like make food for each other.
I want this. First, we need a curry cook-off. That's our next one. And then this green bean noodle casserole.
It's so good.
That does sound really
So-
good.
Well, we can all make a chocolate chip cookie, so good job us.
Yeah.
Coconut cookie.
But I
Coconut cookie with chocolate chips.
Right. You want some chocolate chip with your coconut? Anyways, I was just like, I can't do this, like, because I just knew I can't bake, so I really was gonna just go get some Nestle Toll House.
Mine was the Nestle Toll House recipe.
Oh, was it?
It did not look like it.
It tastes great though.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're very kind. Well, with that, Bits is out.